Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And this week, we got a spicy one for you. But before we get into all of that, Zoe's got some shout-outs.
Hey, what's up, y'all? You know what time it is. Shout out to all the listeners. We love you. And shout out to, oh, Lord, it's no longer an expression. It's a cause. And also shout out to Soulfire Clothing. That's all I got. Appreciate you.
Hey, this week, man, we are talking about faith, religion, God, and gods. So strap in. Let the kings talk about it. All right, good people. Welcome back to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And of course, you know who it is, man. I'm the same person every single week. I'm Alan, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, yo, what up? You know what time it is. It's your boy Twine, a.k.a.
Right.
Ask me about my podcast.
He can't do it.
He trying hard.
He can't
He
do it.
He really is.
He can't do it.
Can you hear me?
He can't do it.
I'm just saying, man.
He
It's
can't
good.
do it.
It's good to be here, y'all. I appreciate
He's
it.
trying to be like me.
No.
He's
I
trying
just
to make
I'm
it
just
dry.
No. I just want to be
He
calm
said
and
he's going to be dry as Thanksgiving turkey.
that your grandmama made
In the oven.
in the oven.
No juice.
No juices. She ain't base it or nothing.
It's
Anyway,
your friend, your mentor, Calvin D. Hill. Go to work.
topic today, gentlemen. What's today's
You
topic?
made the notes.
Calvin, it's on you, man.
Thank you.
What's
glad.
going on?
So today's topic is talking about your faith, religion, gods, and gods. And I created this topic for the conversation because now we live in such an informed and educated society that I feel like, and I know it is what it is, people have educated God out of their life, and that's fine. I like it. It's good for you. But do you have, or let's start this way, what's the difference in your religion and in your faith? Because I separated the two. Replace faith with belief system or yeah, what you think or know, manifest, or however else you want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Just replace religion, faith with that part. So what's the difference in your religion and in your faith? So to help clarify a little more, your religion is your belief system. Your worship of a deity, human, whatever it is, it's your practice of a certain religion. That's not your faith.
A practice or religion that's not your faith?
That's not your faith. That isn't your faith. Because some people, for example, some people say, "Oh, I'm a religion. I'm a Christian." Okay, no, that's your religion that you say you practice, but that's not your faith. That's not what you believe in. Because your religion is a systematic, dogmatic, structured way of doing this worship practice.
Right.
So you say, I'm a Christian. Okay, so as a Christian, you shouldn't do this whole laundry list of stuff.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
right.
I don't think.
No,
most people,
but that's what I'm getting to.
I
I don't think most people do separate it. I think
Right.
for the vast majority of people, they intertwine the two because they haven't been taught different. They haven't been taught anything else. They haven't been taught that you can have this belief system, and that is not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily run together with the institution that is practiced by your religion. Right. Because I mean, you would think that wouldn't be the case.
No.
But that's I think, and in some respects I think that's just human beings as a whole are so susceptible. We are very, very susceptible to something called groupthink, where you just fall in line with the group dynamic and don't function and act independently. And I get it, because when you were a tribe, you kind of needed to function as a tribe. But now the functioning as a tribe does not benefit you to the same degree that it used to, because you can be an individual and not get eaten by a jaguar. Whereas if you were an individual, you might not last long on the planet. So I think the same thing has carried over into all of our other things. It's carried over into people's practice of their faith and created religion.
Okay. So you ain't got nothing?
Nope.
No.
Got
All
nothing.
right. All right. So dealing with religion, how many? I'm just adding this off the top of my head. How many religions do you know of today? That you
can name, or just
that you can name, like, if you could, that you know people practice it,
right? Okay.
Different, like
that I know.
Yeah.
At the moment, there's two major ones, which are Christianity and Muslim.
Okay.
I know.
What is that? It's called.
It's Muslim.
Muslim.
Yeah.
It is. That's the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Islam.
Yeah, Islam. Yeah.
So I know. Obviously, I'm going to know those two. But then I know probably 20 or 30 that I could name easily. But I know that there are more than 1,000. Yeah. That people do practice, but I could probably name. I mean, of course, I can name Islam, Christianity, Zoroastrianism. For some people, Wiccan is a religion. For some people, hip hop is a religion. So I can name. I'm not unversed in all the other ones that are out there, but there are a lot of them. I mean, pretty much anything that somebody decides they want to practice can be. I mean, Satanism is a religion.
Yes, it is.
Now people don't.
Is that a religion?
It's a religion.
Because I know
the belief in no God is a religion.
Yeah, to add to the two that I mentioned, that is one, atheism. As far as I do know, quite a few people who don't believe in any of that. Yeah. And there's actually over 4,000 recognized religions in the world.
Right. So
now, recognized is a tough topic, because the only thing you got to do to have a religion recognized is go down to the courthouse and say it's a religion. I mean, there's a person right now that has the Church of Universal Suffrage, and it is not technically a religion, but it is in their state because they registered it. But it's really it's for people so that they can have a religion to choose if they need to vote. Because the whole suffrage movement was a voting movement. So it's the Church of Universal Suffrage in Tennessee. But they don't meet. they don't have services. They don't have a structured belief system other than you should vote. That's it. So that's why when they say recognize, it gets a little, the water can get murky.
Now, it's already murky. You got 4,000 religions out here. You got all these different religions. Some with single gods, some with polytheism, multiple gods, and all these other things that leads questions. And
some of the people that are, and again, depending on the person's upbringing and education and their own personal faith, they may not see their own faith or the practice of their faith as a religion. It's just a way of living. Right, because I don't know. Like, I hear people say that they're Buddhist, right? But they don't necessarily call Buddhism a religion. People outside of Buddhism may call it a religion, but people inside don't always refer to it as a religion.
It's their lifestyle.
It's their lifestyle. Now, is that a big part, or should that become a big part of people that are practicing a religion?
I mean, isn't that the whole point?
Nope.
Of the religion is to live by it?
Nope.
And to be your lifestyle?
That's the purpose of your faith, not necessarily a religion.
What you mean?
Well, because some people, again, like you said, you would think and assume that if I'm a classified whatever religion I am, I would be practicing it regularly. That's not.
Well, then
that's
you
not
don't.
true.
Then you don't claim it. Then
No, they claim
Well,
it.
they claim it. We
doesn't count.
claim
Look,
it.
because it counts.
Because
Yes,
they
it
heard
does.
a
No, it
long
don't.
time ago. They heard name
Nope.
it and claim it, blab it and
not
grab
on
it.
duty.
Yes,
Not
yes,
on
it
duty.
does.
Not on duty. That goes for every one of y'all out there.
I'm a Christian Republican that don't believe in abortion, but I won't help anybody poor.
Of course not. You can't care
First
about
of
people.
all,
First of all,
I
I said what I said.
I understand what you said, but that doesn't negate the fact that I'm gonna stand on this. Like, yo, if you claiming a religion and you not living by it, it's not your religion. What you talking about?
So what is it then?
Yeah, it is.
So what is it then? So what do you want to call it? Let's put a different label on it.
What you mean? Put a different
Let's
label on
put a
it?
different label on it. So I only have certain things
because
I do.
okay, so I say I'm a Christian, right?
Right.
And I go and I'm supposed to be. This is supposed to be something that I practice. Is that what you're saying? And if I don't practice it,
You saying that?
I'm saying it. So if I don't practice it, then I'm not a Christian.
Oh, so what would I be?
Nothing.
Confused.
Oh, that's
You
messed
out
up.
here lost.
That's messed up.
Congratulations.
You are definitely
That's not
Mr.
right.
Cheeks.
I don't care what you
That's
say.
not-
I don't
that's
care
not-
what nobody say.
That's not fair.
That's not
I am offended.
that you may be, sir. Moving on. Oh well.
Say,
So why is it that most people can point that out? Like we obviously can say, okay, you're labeled this. These are the criteria for you to be that,
Yeah.
but you don't do it.
Okay.
So you should not be called that.
Okay. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. No, I ain't gonna do that.
No, do it.
Nah, because I want to construct.
But I'm
my
trying
thought.
to make. I'm making a round. I'm going to. You know how I do. I'm
I
going
know.
way,
So
way
here's the-
round.
The thing
understand.
about it is, nobody can. Whatever you call yourself, nobody can tell you. Nobody can tell you otherwise.
I took all
Because
this, I'm sorry.
it's just like I remember years ago, like before I was married to my wife, there was more than one person that said God told me that. Well, all of y'all can't be right unless my name is King David or Solomon or something. Like I can't be supposed to have all these wives that God done told you. Moving on.
That's a culture thing. Okay.
I
And then,
get it. I get it, but see that-
And
but
see,
see,
this
but-
is why I'm doing what I'm doing.
But people would say those people are then practitioners but they might not be following. They just come into the building and they're
But-
not doing anything after that.
Okay, so again, how do you define or how do you distinguish what people have classified as their religion from their lifestyle, faith, belief system? Like what you actually do to me tells you
The
what
actions.
you do.
Yeah, well,
what you practice.
that
Your
is-
actions, your everyday.
Your actions should. The problem you got is the problem you have, I think, in every lane, all 4,000 of them, is the people inside the lanes don't agree either.
Right. That's
So there's no stand. There is a standard.
There is a standard.
There is a standard
There
for
is a
all
standard.
of them. There is a standard. But everybody just says, well, let's smudge this over here because I don't like this part. Let's smudge that over there because I don't like this part. Unless now you don't fit the standard, but you can still call yourself.
But let's use
So
our-
it's a title with no credentials. Is that what we're saying?
You
Like,
yeah,
could
just-
be. You could. You
like
could.
you like all
You
the
could.
nurses with the fake degrees. Yep.
you could.
Yeah.
You could.
It's just a title with no credentials.
You could.
If that's what, I mean, just looking
But
at
at the same
bigger
time,
picture.
at the same time,
I'm listening.
again, the actions and the lifestyle would line up to
That's
where
the
you could
credentials part.
you could identify what that person belief system is.
Well, yes. The problem I think we have, at least in the United States, we don't live outside the United States, so we don't really know for sure what these other countries are doing, is whosoever is telling you what those credentials are. Because, like, if you get your doctorate degree, there is an established
Right.
this,
right.
this, and
you
this.
got to do these things.
And for religions, there is no there is. Hold on.
Okay.
But there for the vast majority of people, for the uninitiated, there is no this and this. Plus,
Unindoctrinated.
plus for, like, let's say I want to get a doctorate in IT. The doctorate in IT is a doctorate in IT is a doctorate in IT. If I go to a university in California, if I go to one in Michigan, if I go to one in North Carolina,
It's all the same.
If I go to St. John's, blah 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 blah, down the street, and then go down the street to New Hope First, such and such and such and such.
Yep.
Different criteria.
Huh. Interesting.
But they should have the same criteria if they claim to be in the same faith.
Wow.
And they don't, because people are trash.
I like it.
That's messed up.
I like it. You should have dropped
That
the
ain't
bomb
right.
on that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. And here's the thing. I don't know that. I don't know that there's a way to get around that, because everybody is functioning from their own self when they should be saying, okay, A, B, C, D, E.
Right.
And this is why
So
y'all
that's
have
what
so
you
many
doing.
denominations within that one.
Well, of course, you got to have denominations.
So
is it
Because I don't
well,
agree with
that's-
what Calvin says, so I got to start my own.
Yep. Who said I can't have multiple wives? I'm gonna start my own.
The
Right.
Church of Polytheism.
Right. You black. You white.
All that gender. Now
Gender.
it's
Yeah.
gotten
Oh,
down
yeah.
to the gender. Like
yeah.
it's
So
and don't-
how do you begin
my
to
bad.
You just don't want that.
clarify or draw lines or separate, or how do you distinguish again?
Well-
clean it up on an individual level.
Right.
I always say take it to for me, and that's why I said your faith and your religion, because your religion is a conglomerate and so confusion nowadays. So on the individual level, for me as a Christian, what do I base it off? I base it off the book, the Bible, just in case anybody they wondered about it.
And see that therein lies the other issue. Is everybody's base is not, because some people say you should
And
base
that's
it off
where-
the Bible. Some people say you should base it off only Christ teachings. And
But
some
that's why I said what I said, because the minute you said somebody or everybody, that's where you said nope.
Well,
Individual,
right.
Bible.
And it should be, well, the whole deal is anybody's faith should be in an individual process, but we have been taught that you can't have an individual, and the only way that anybody is allowed to have the individual process is if they exist outside of the establishment.
I wasn't taught these things.
So you can have
Oh no, you were. No, I remember. You may not have been taught them directly, but but I was in the environment long enough to be like, oh yeah, if you are not these things, you will be
And that's why I say
on the outside.
understanding is a beautiful thing.
Speaking of understanding, can we break down? Go ahead.
What?
Because you
Break
coming
down
in
what?
hot.
Go ahead.
Faith and religion. You said
Yeah.
faith versus
Yeah.
religion, correct?
Yeah.
Or
and we,
and
we
that-
I kind of distinguished that earlier.
Did
can
pull
you
up the
have
definition?
can you have
Oh.
can you have faith without religion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
That's why I said it,
Okay.
because a lot of people got faith.
Faith in what?
That's the point. Because the religion gives you a central focus, whether it be gods, many gods, some gods, or however higher power, superhuman, whatever they want to worship. That's what religion does. It structures it.
When you say
Into a
worship,
form.
though, you can have faith in something without the worship portion of it. It's just having like confidence in it, right?
Confidence, however you want to express it.
Same thing to
Same
you.
thing. Mhm.
Okay.
To me, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because you're putting your faith, your confidence into this deity, into this thing, into this
Concept.
whatever it is. So
Okay. All right, that's all. Because, like I said, you have some non-believers
All right,
out there,
so-
so I'm trying to break it down. For
so
you.
does that dictate? Should it dictate? Can it dictate the way that you live?
What?
You can. You're.
Oh my God.
Yes. That.
I mean, here's the thing.
Hey, I'm
here's
asking
the
a
thing.
question.
Your beliefs, which is where your faith comes from, is going to dictate. There's no way around it. It is going to dictate how you live. It's going to dictate the things you see as important. It's going to dictate the things you see as negotiable or non-negotiable. It's going to, yes, it will dictate. It will dictate everything.
Will it dictate? Does it dictate your way, the way that you live? And again, I go back to the same thing.
Okay, so let's
go back to the same
I
thing.
think we need to make sure that that we are talking about faith, not religion dictating.
Right.
Faith.
Okay.
Right.
All right, good.
Because what you have your
I'm about
confidence
to go
in.
ham.
We're talking about faith dictating.
Okay, no. Do both. I'll do both.
let's do faith.
Let's do both. We'll do faith first, and then we do religion. Because some people say America is built on the Christian religion.
Taint.
Is it?
No, it can't be. In your Bill of Rights, it's not allowed. So that's why you can have all these different laws that you have today, and the Christian Republican is so upset because he thinks his country was built on his faith, and it wasn't.
Nope. Wasn't.
All right.
It was intentionally.
Moving on.
Yeah,
It was
moving on because I was about to get into that one. Yeah,
Nope, I'm not.
Let's
Moving on.
Let's stick to that. All right. Okay, let's stick to it. So,
I'm not putting that hat on today.
No,
I don't have my
so
kid
does
take
it dictate the way you live,
does it dictate
faith wise?
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna just agree with
Well,
it.
let me ask it this way: do your beliefs
Do your beliefs
dictate the way that you live?
But
That is irrespective, because we're not just talking in this particular conversation. We're not just talking about we're not talking about a specific religion. We are saying your faith is your faith, and your religion can be separate from that faith, because religion
is a structured
right
way of worshiping, believing,
But
learning, teaching, practicing.
Because you can have somebody who lives in the woods, never attends anything. He still has a faith, but he doesn't necessarily participate in the structure outside of his own house. He doesn't participate in the structure of that organization. He might participate in whatever structure he's created in his home.
Thank you for that clarity.
Or her home.
That's all I needed.
Or their home.
Thank you for that clarity, because I was about to dive into the religion part of it, but now that you have helped clarify that we're talking about the faith of a person as far as their confidence in a person, a concept, or thing, that is different. So I would say yes, it does dictate the way you live. Thank you. Next question. Next question.
Good. Have we come to a one world religion?
Absolutely not. What you mean, a one world religion?
Have we come to that yet?
Yet? That'll
I
never
said
happen.
what I said.
That'll never happen.
I said.
I understand what you said, but I'm letting you know
what
right
I
now, it'll
said.
never happen unless there's some kind of dictatorship that makes the whole world under one umbrella come to that conclusion. It ain't never happening, bro.
The closest,
I'm just saying.
the closest, and we won't get. The answer is no, we have not. But if there was one these days, the closest thing that you'd be able to get to that is education. But I think that education in and of itself creates a problem for the religions, the groups and structures that have dominated the planet to this point. Because it is, while not impossible, it is the higher, the more, and the statistics have proven it, the more educated the society, the less religious that society becomes.
That is very true.
So, but I don't think that we will ever get to a one world religion unless you're going to say that something like education or science or something like that is a religion. Because, I mean, I guess social media could be a religion, but there's no like faith. Nobody like believes. Well, people do believe in it because they be, whatever it says, they just take it at face value. It's like, you can even look this up, cuz. Yeah, I said cuz.
Cool.
The last one. Last one. This is closing. Does your religion or faith allow for others?
Nope.
If you are asking me, yes.
Nope.
If you are asking Alan Demetrius Jenkins III.
What?
Then yes, my beliefs allow for other people to have their own beliefs. Right, my faith allows for other people to have their own beliefs.
No, okay.
If you were to ask some of the other folks that we see, absolutely not. It does not. There can be their faith is like the Highlander. There can be only one.
Only one. I say, as long as you keep it over there where you at, I'm good. Don't bring it over here. So yes,
and here's how I would say that for the vast majority of people, that the answer is no, is they can't have a conversation with someone who believes differently from them and be okay with saying, "Yep, you got that." They have to convince them to believe what they believe instead of saying, "Hey, man, you good? Appreciate you. Nice chat."
thank you. That's where I'm at.
Which is because again, if you now, I don't even want to use this because Calvin's gonna say that's not what it means. But if we supposed to be wiping the dust off our feet,
Context.
Right. Context. Yeah, context.
because here's what I find. Here's what I find in the vast majority of the faiths around the world. Not all of them. Not all of them. Let me just preface that. Is most of them are a leave people alone that want to be left alone type of faiths. They not let me browbeat you
In
until
your
you
face.
believe what I believe.
Bash.
But what we have generally is a browbeat in the United States specifically. What we have generally from the top 2 religions in the U.S., religions, not faiths, is a browbeat you until you believe what I believe environment. We don't have a party over here, hey y'all over there type of environment at all.
Gang wars in the in
And that's then you were about to go to where I was going to say, because I believe that most of our religions are political ploys
Probably
to separate and manipulate most of the people. Because if you read the text and actually practice, like you said, practice the love and caring for one
what
another.
you supposed to be following.
Nope, can't do it.
I'm not saying nobody. You do what you do.
You can't love anybody that's not like you.
Ooh.
I ain't say that. Nobody said that. And that's the other thing.
Ah.
That's the other thing, because you have clear illustrations of examples, stories of how you should handle people that don't believe, don't do what you think and should be done.
Y'all should have like a SOL test for religion, bro.
They do.
To see if your reading and comprehension.
They do.
They do?
They got tests. That's why you can't get your certain degrees, or like you said.
No, I ain't
your
talking about. I'm not trying to get degrees and stuff. I'm talking about general. The what do you call it?
Because that's the difference.
In the pews.
That's the difference. No, and that's the difference. That's where it all breaks down.
I'm listening.
To the individual. It all breaks down to the individual. That's why I love it.
You know what?
You know why?
I like it.
I love it.
Because
Get a degree in your faith. How about that?
How about live your life according to your faith, and let's see what happens.
Listen,
right.
I want everybody to always remember.
Right.
I want everybody to remember that gnashing of teeth means they tried to bite them.
Hey, yo, cue the music, bro. Cue the music. Yeah.
They tried to bite them.
Contact people.
No, you don't even need context on that. You just need a definition on that. You don't even need context.
I'm gonna help y'all.
Gnashing
because
teeth.
if you one of the people that believe in whatever religion, it's particularly the Bible.
Oh man!
If you read it, practice it, teach it, and do it from a place of love and compassion and grace and mercy and all those other good things, I promise you the results will be different.
That sounds like something Jim Rohn said.
So,
study, practice.
I'll tell you what. I'll go ahead and get my closing statement. Y'all ready?
Go ahead.
Can we cue that?
Closing statement.
Cool. I like it. So, if you're one of these persons that's not out here practicing your religion, you're an atheist. I'm out.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Point blank, period.
I'm out.
Listen, all I got is what Calvin just said. Whatever it is you claim to believe, study, practice, and teach. Start in your own house, though.
I'm telling you.
Start in your own house.
I'm telling you.
Don't
And let it be evident in your own house.
and make sure, but like you said, love and compassion, because I think that's a lot of what's missing. Period. Out here today is people don't have love and compassion for their fellow persons.
Is it okay to believe in God but not practice the religion?
You can believe there is one.
Okay.
That's the difference between the structured belief practices, religion. Because a lot of people believe in God, but don't have a structured belief system of teaching, learning about Him. So, I'm going to say to the Christians, Bible believers, however you want to put it, be encouraged. Be encouraged. It's good. It's good. It's good time to be alive. Good time to be a Christian. I love it.
Because there's a lot of people that says that I'm spiritual,
Right,
but I'm not religious.
Right, because I don't have a formed practice. I don't have a structured practice of worship and such, yada, yada, yada. I just go off of energies and all this other stuff.
You know, and
I let them be.
all the people I know that say that have been hurt by somebody in the religion.
In their religion. In their particular religion. Mm-hmm. People hurt people, so I don't buy none of that no more.
But I think, but you got to get
the
people.
music. We about to start again.
You got to get people past that. You got to get.
I'm telling you, you about to start again because I'm about to put the hat on.
That's the thing. You got to get the people past that. Like past seeing the person. Well, actually, they got to get themselves past that.
Nope, that's their fault. I like it. I'm starting to like this kind of stuff because you don't want to read, you don't want to practice, you don't want to do it for yourself.
Well, they got
people are people.
They also got to be able.
You get hurt at work, but you still go.
No, I don't.
No.
You get hurt at work, you gonna show up tomorrow for your paycheck.
Workers' comp. I'm filling out that paperwork.
Yeah, exactly.
Peace.
Bye.
I'll see y'all when I get better.
Bye.
We'll see y'all next
Got
week.
hurt at the club, still go to the club.
Who go to the club? What are we talking about? Who is going? You know what? Hang on, because now you done got me started on that one. No, sir. You know that was that was one of the things that used to get on my nerves.
What's that?
Because I would go to watch night service, which nope, they don't know even why they got watch night service. But I would go to watch night service.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
They do.
They do because it's tradition. Now they don't know why.
That's why they do it.
Yes, that's it. They don't know why it started. We out here waiting on anyway. And they would say, you was out there at the club, you was shaking your rump, you was having one last rump shaking party, and I'm like, I wasn't doing none of that, bro. Like I was in the bed.
I'm talking to you.
No, then don't talk to me.
That was a sniper. That wasn't a shotgun.
No, it was no. They use atom bombs.
If it apply,
They ain't nope.
if the shoe fit,
So then don't admonish me because I don't want to be at this.
the dog
service.
that got hit yells the most.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Hit
admonish
dog
me.
will holler.
Don't
Dog
look.
will holler.
That was my only problem with it. Look, don't admonish me because I don't want to be here tonight. I'd rather be in my bed.
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it was. It shouldn't have been nothing wrong with that, but
No,
yeah, it was.
You know what's wrong with it? You should have been there.
No, I shouldn't have.
Well, why weren't you there?
That's what's wrong with it. You're gonna get all them questions, and then you should have been there. Why won't you there?
You missed out.
No, I didn't. I've been to 50-11 of these. It's been the same every year.
50 left. 50, what?
Like it's the same every year.
No, it ain't.
It ain't.
And is. And do.
Lord have mercy.
And be. I can do this whole thing at the house.
Negative.
In my closet.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
You right.
All right.
That's what they gonna tell me.
All right, y'all.
They gonna tell me I need this here building.
Look, you got started.
I know you done. You got to start it, bro. You did it.
I told you.
Yeah.
Forsake not the assembling of yourselves together.
Where any two are gatting
Go ahead.
Oh, Snapper.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
You
start there.